Hey everyone! Oh Ian, I forgot to reply to your Strava comment, by the way. You asked me about my run-in recently. Yeah, it's not gone as well as as I would have liked. Because now I'm obviously now trying to balance like lots of things all at once. But I suppose the great thing is that I'm able to run and I've got zero fatigue off the run now. So I could, I suppose, if I wanted to, run, you know, a 5k TT any day now. You know, whether or not I would do it fast is another thing, but you know, this has kind of got in the way, this World Championship. So good afternoon everybody. Currying the mountain goat. I'm surprised you're not doing this one, the herd of mountain goats. Yeah, I hope this jersey gives me a few extra watts. I thought, do you know what? I thought I'm not going to wear it on any streams, but then I thought, well, you're never going to see me wearing it then. Like, you're never going to see me wearing it because if I can't live stream the world, you're never going to see me wearing it. So I thought I might as well just wear it. So, yeah. Yes, Michael, how dare they will. I'm pretty sure I will, Ian. I'm pretty sure I will. If you hear any noise in the background, Charlie's just drying her hair. She's about to head out. So, hey, no spoilers. I don't want to know what's happening with Nairo Man. I want to watch it later. Okay. Sorry if I've missed... Sorry if I've missed any of you in the chat so far. I was a bit. I've just remembered I've got to lube the chain. I don't know if there's anybody else in this race. I did put a little bit of a plea out on Discord if anybody wanted to join, but I think it was a bit too last minute, to be honest. Actually, I don't think it needs lube. Yeah, that's true, Robin, yeah. Chain wax. Is it cheaper? Yeah, no, don't worry, I wipe my hands. Bum, 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 bum. Only 2 races. Tut tut. Yeah, I'm definitely getting warmed up for your race, Scott. 4-kilometer race, isn't it? Sounds horrific. 4 kilometers, isn't it? Oh. Anyway, tough little one, this one. It's not a little one, but, you know, 32k. 4 big climbs, finishes on the last climb. Yeah, not easy. I don't know how it's going to go. Right at the end of my training week as well. 10 seconds to go. No, you've got to use a Wahoo towel and a Wahoo bottle. If you use anything else, it has to be unbranded. I'm sticking a new chain on for the world. This one's fairly new. I'm not made of money. And the jockey wheels are only 2 weeks or so old. So good question. Yeah, probably racing almost every day now. Well, aside from rest days. It's not so much for the tactical side of things. More so the actual effort. See, if I go into next weekend too fresh, there'll be a recipe for disaster. So on Wednesday, I'm probably going to end up doing like a 5.5 hour ride again, weather permitting. The wax chain really make that much of a difference then? Will I win the worlds on a wax chain? Will I gain 30 watts on a wax chain? What's wrong with being too fresh? Well, for someone like myself, I'll hit the ceiling. I'm not going to explain it now. Hey, Nick. I don't know how this is going to get raced, to be honest. Hey, Hal Kennedy. Yeah, putting a wax chain on this bike would be like fitting a tiny 2-passenger plane with a massive jet you find on a Boeing 747. You would probably end up breaking the thing, because this bike, why am I talking? That's alright guys, I've already had people offering to buy me equipment. Tom, I know you were saying on Discord that you want to know what to do because you've just been you just contracted COVID. Put it this way, so like the Zwift recently is coming to an end, or at least will be in the next couple of weeks. If I was you, I'd just take 3 weeks of very easy riding, no intervals, nothing. Just treat it as your little off-season break or something. The fact that you went up from a D to a C sort of as easy as you did, really, because you were always in the top of the D's. I wouldn't worry about trying to hold on to something when you're ill. I mean, if you had a cold, you'd take time off anyway. Well, I hope you would anyway, but yeah, just 3 weeks. Nothing zone 3 or higher. Treat it as a bit of base work or something. And what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, you lose that top end, you lose the top end of your FTP, and then you're going to work to get it back. But by just easing off with the stress for the next 3 weeks, you got nothing to lose, really, in my opinion. The thing is, you can get 2.5 weeks in to that 3 weeks of deloading, and you could know then, like, oh yeah, I'm ready to go. And just do it, Yeah, my Wahoo one, Robin, is massive. It's like a full-size towel. So I'm not going to use that now. I'll save it for the day. Because Charlie will be allowed to be here when the race is on. So she can hit the power up bar for me. And she can also pass me a towel. So that's all allowed. Yeah, exactly, Stuart, yeah. I mean, don't compare, like, even though, like, when I showed, like, my comeback from COVID, you know, I think one thing people are scared of is the fact that I went from, like, 370 watt FTP to, like, 300. But obviously the higher you are, the more you've got to drop. So, you know, don't let that panic you, really. It's not like, you know, it only took me 2 or 3 months and I was back to, like, 350 FTP. I was only missing that, like, that top level. So, you know, you'll get back to some sort of decent fitness without, you know, without much training, really. You've been there once, you'll get back there. I am practicing. Is that 2 teammates in this group in the same kit, or I'm not sure. Okay, it's almost straight into the next climb. No rest for the wicked. By the way, if you're wondering why my heart rate is so low, it is because I've done a pretty big week, so yeah. My heart rate monitor isn't playing up. Fist bump for that bolt. Couple of riders now creating like little bridges. Is this the hill that flattens off? Actually, I think yeah, it's too fast at the bottom. I'm gonna play intelligent long game and doing matches later. Oh, that group is pulling away. I think I made the wrong call there. Is this group? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's whether or not I can close the 25-second gap though. I don't think I can now. But if I stay with this group, we'll end up losing more time because there's no cohesion. They're quite happy to ride at sub 5. The only way I'd be able to get back is if I went very early where the KOM start. How long is the effort? Like 5 minutes. Like to gain 30 seconds in 5 minutes. Is difficult. They're all doing 6+ in that front group. Well, basically I'd have to be doing 7+, wouldn't I? Doesn't look good. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind TTing the rest of it to still try and get across. But why did I decide to not go across? Because of this flat bit. I didn't think I'd jump across that group. It would be 2 efforts, so I'd have had to have made a big effort to get across and then another one like on the steep part, whereas if I stay with this group I only make 1 effort. So when we start going uphill now, I'll make 1 effort rather than 2. So just gotta hope, innit? We just need to go all in and see if I can bridge. But it does have to be all in. So I don't think... we'll see, we'll see. Is this a start? No, he's blown. Try and coax him. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I don't want to curse it, but I feel absolutely phenomenal. My legs were like numb up there, as in they felt so tired because my heart rate wasn't going up. My legs were just like really numb. I don't know how else to explain it. That felt good anyway. Let's go. So what have we got next? Box Hill. I know the hardest climb's last, isn't it? Did I do a 440 up there? I can't see the thing, see, because the live chat is there. Not losing any time, are we? That couldn't have been a PR, surely. Yeah, it's a custom finish at the top, one of the KOMs. Two climbs to go. At least the gap's not going out anymore. How much protein? 1 to 2 grams per kilo of body weight. I'm looking forward to analysing this afterwards, because I'm on a very good day. That's what it feels like anyway. I won't be catching the guy in first. So far, this is a phenomenal training session, and I feel absolutely brilliant. So that's the those are the big pluses. What's the rest of the climb like? No flat bits. I know.
Oh, that felt good. If I was, gosh damn it, I was in the front group from the bottom of the first climb, I think I still would have come second, but I would have been that much closer maybe. Oh, I'm so impressed with that. Hardly lost any time as well, so he was kind of matching me, but I was I was going well at the end. I'm allowed to say that. That was good. Well done, Ed. So that's it. That's a 21-hour training week, and probably 1100 TSS. And it's just ironic, isn't it, that after a massive week, my legs feel awesome. Those of you that know me, or at least been following me for such a long time, if you've been following me for like 4 years, 5 years, you'll know that that's when it's nothing unusual. It's like, it's more like when I'm fresh, you're like, oh, that's unusual. 60 years of age. Wow. Well, I can only wish I'll be as good as that when I'm 60 years of age. Fair play. That's probably more inspiring than my effort. That's more inspiring. Thanks for watching, chat. Thank you for commenting. I hope everyone else has had a good ride today. Whew. I also hope that if you're riding this evening, looking at you, Scott, I hope everyone has a good evening too. Do I believe in a 60-plus-year-old that has 6 watts per kilo? Wait, I mean, yes, that could be his maximum effort, couldn't it? The thing is, you never know. I always say this, but like, that's all online racing has done. Is it's given us, it's shown us that there's more people than we think in this world that do have 5.5 plus watt per kilo FTPs. You know, just because we don't know anybody that lives local to us, maybe. You know, I think, you know, the sport of cycling is very sort of, you know, well, it's not always been, I suppose. Well, I don't know. I still haven't really been in the sport that long, really, but it's still very much, there's a question mark. You know, and I think, although like online racing and stuff has brought like a great positive to a lot of people in the world, it's also brought a lot of question marks, you know, and I think we shouldn't necessarily, what I would like to see in like 50 years time or something is for us to assume that they are that good, rather than us to assume that there's something wrong with the sport. Well, not something wrong with the sport, but it's difficult. I don't know what I'm trying to explain, really. I'm just trying to say that, like, just because, you know, you've never met the person or they don't live down the road and you've never seen them do it outdoors, that power doesn't mean they can't do it. I think, you know, there's billions of people in this world, and, you know, it's not just the people we see in the Tour de France peloton that can do those numbers. I think there's more people in the world than maybe we give credit to. You know, I didn't know him. I don't know who, you know, I don't know the guy. You know, I don't know the 60-year-old. But, you know, I think I was brought up in a cycling club, and I was brought up sort of riding on a weekend with people in their 60s and 70s, you know, 70 years of age, and obviously I don't see them riding around with a power meter, but you know, when they used to tell me the stories of like when they were 20 or when they were 30, when they were racing, you know, they were so strong, they'd you know, they'd be giving me a run for their money back in their day, you know, if it was like for like. But you know, if they kept up the training and if they kept the riding up and the competition and everything, then, you know, when they're 60, it doesn't, you know, 60's the new 30. Yeah, I don't think 60 years of age is old anymore, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, my dad is 70, but I don't even look at him and think he's old, do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't cross my mind. But I suppose in performance, you know, because we don't see it very often, I don't know, but yeah, I'm not trying to change your perception, I'm just, you know, yeah, that's another good point, Greg. Yeah, it's a sub 1 hour race, isn't it? So you know, you never know, do you? You never know. By the way, my normalised power. Yeah, but Dad is English too, so that adds on a couple of years, does it? My normalised power for 51 minutes. It's 20 degrees in here, mind. 20 degrees Celsius in this room. That's quite warm. Don't you laugh, those of you that live in Australia and South Africa and everywhere else that's warm. Normalised power of 337 watts for 51 minutes. Well, technically that gives me an intensity factor of 0.95 roughly. I probably do need to test my FTP, but I'm not going to, because I've got the Worlds, and you know, it won't really help me. And to be honest, like rides like that, efforts like that tell me more sometimes than an FTP test would. Exactly, Robin. Exactly. Spent a lot of time in Zone 5. Yeah, that's right, yeah. But my taper will be a little bit different to a lot of people's tapers, I imagine. You know, not necessarily, it won't necessarily be like, you know, a proper taper. Like I said, I'm probably going to do a big ride on Wednesday to give me some fatigue.
Jenny's coming here because the cat food was shut.
Oh no. Where is she, eh?
She's in the car.
Oh, flipping heck. We got somebody coming over. I don't know who she is, I've never met her. She's gonna see me. She's gonna see me riding indoors, she's gonna think I'm weird. Hide, everybody hide. A 0.95 IF. I was telling Charlie actually, because Charlie's just got a power meter for a road bike. Hey! And I was telling her that intensity factor is one of the things you can actually compare from person to person. You know, like, you know, we compare FTPs and things like that, but intensity factor is one of those things that you can compare, because you can tell if you were both in the same race. You could compare how hard you were working to somebody else. You know, obviously it's relative to your FTP, but it's a good way of looking at, like, you know, who was working the hardest and sort of thing. I'm well happy with the heart rate. Yeah, the heart rate was well low, wasn't it? In fact, I think I got was my average heart rate on here? Should be. Oh no, it's not. It hasn't connected. Well, it should have connected. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, it's true, Robin. What's the plan now till Worlds? Well, I'll have a rest day tomorrow. And then... what am I going to do then? I'm probably going to have like a hard day on Tuesday. A couple of Zwift races maybe. Wednesday, a bigger day. I might do, like, you know, 4 hours endurance and then a Zwift race, or a Zwift race, then some endurance and then a Zwift race after it. And then there'll be a little bit, I'll probably take Thursday off and then I'll ride on Friday and then Saturday. I'll probably ride Saturday as well before the race. I'm toying with the idea of, you know, not really changing anything too much, because, like, when do I ever really come into a race without riding in the morning? So that's still something that I think I might do. You know, a lot of people would say, oh, you should rest, because, you know, but everybody's different. Funny enough, the older you are, you know, technically the you know, the more you need to sort of ride maybe sometimes just to get you going. Yeah, I'm not saying like loads of riding, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a good question, Mark. So we've got a director sportif who I used to race with. So so I know him well. So we're gonna have a guy on Discord to help us through the race. We are gonna have some tactics, but yeah, we've spoken about it already, and obviously I'm not gonna go into detail because anybody could be watching this. Did you adjust the training hours to match the hour? As in racing in the evenings, you mean? If that's the case, then yes. Is the DS familiar with Zwift racing? Yes, he rides for Saris, the pros calls it. Oh wait, they're not called Saris, the pros calls it anymore, are they? They're called Saris no pins. Is it? Saris no pins? Can't remember. Someone will correct me. Yeah, so when I used to race out on the road, for those of you that know, I raced for JLT Kondo, a Rafa Kondo JLT, and he raced for us at the same time. And he won the Tour of Korea. He's won some pretty big bike races in real life, and he's been Zwifting for a good few years. Right, I'm gonna knock that on the head. Thanks for joining in. You all take care, and I'll see you in the week. I got a video coming out in 2 hours. It's quite a nice one. It takes you through my training day plus riding with Charlie as well. Yeah. So should be a nice chilled out one now, and it's only 8 minutes as well, so it's unusual for me to drop a video on a Sunday, but it was sitting there, so I hope you enjoy it. Right, catch you later. Thanks for joining. See you all later.